Liz did youth today.
Cool.
So like she went from doing the main worship service last week to doing youth this week, and then I was doing broadcast this week. So
and
we were
you're
both
gonna be in the like kids ministry next week. No? that's what I'm getting here, right?
I don't know if I'm wired for that.
Dude, you would have to be wired for that. You have to be like hopped up on something.
Yeah, exactly.
To make that happen, dude. I can't imagine being the person at a mega church for the kids ministry. Oh, that sounds insane.
It's just a certain type of person, man. It's just
the facilities they have upstairs for like their children's ministry though. Super
awesome.
sick.
Yeah,
like
so cool.
Full stage. It's like it feels like a rave almost. Like there's lights everywhere, and like they're just like, we're just trying to get like these kids excited to worship, and it's just like full stage and like lights everywhere, big sound panels. I'm like, okay, this is just like an open room where they just like, hey, here's all the 6-year-olds, go crazy.
Just go jump and dance and
yeah, exactly.
hit something. Yeah, that's hilarious. Go to the kids rave for worship time.
kids rave.
It reminds me of there's a Toy Story like short that my boys really like to watch. And I try really hard to dial in the amount of TV they're watching and like the style of TV they're watching, because everybody's like, you got to do the slow, like calm colors, and it's like they hold the shot for longer than 2 seconds,
right?
And morality stories, anything, all that kind of stuff, right? But then it's a Toy Story short that is called Partysaurus Rex, and essentially Rex the dinosaur from Toy Story gets taken into the bathtub as like a bath toy, just like for fun, which is fine. But like they're all the other toys are kind of judging Rex at first because he's like being too careful, and so he goes to the bath, and there's all these other different toys that are in there, and they're like,
those are the bath toys.
Those are the bath toys. They're different, and so it's like a different crew, and so they're all like, hey,
That's
Rex,
funny.
can you help us like party,
others.
Basically just like they just start throwing a rave in the bathtub after the kid's gone. They start throwing a rave in the bathtub, and it's like so bizarre. It has just the weirdest vibe to it, like
some storyboard guy was like on coke or something, and it was like, let's write a short about a rave.
Dude, we're going to a rave. I want to see Toy Story. I want to see Buzz and Woody like dancing, necklaces, neon necklaces.
Wait,
like,
so
that's
all
the
of
vibe.
Buzz and Woody and all them, they show up too?
They don't. So yeah,
Oh,
so
okay.
it's like maybe 5 minutes long, but
Right.
but like it's so strange. Again, the vibe is like, it's like borderline uncomfortable. It's like this isn't like for children,
Right.
Like this doesn't feel like a kid's thing anymore.
You know what's super funny?
But they love it. They think it's so funny, and it's like bath time, and so they like water goes down the drain eventually, and then they flood it. But anyway, so when they take a bath, they'll like talk about Partysaurus Rex, and then they want to go watch it, and it's like 5 minutes, so it's easy to like, all right,
Okay, we'll watch it.
we'll do like that's the only thing we watched today. Okay,
But does it get them hyped? Like,
that's the vibe I get, right? I'm like, this is like so high energy,
Right.
like content stuff. I like makes me nervous, but usually it's actually kind of fine.
Yeah.
I try not to do that kind of stuff, and even like typical Toy Story other stuff, like the movies are generally okay.
Right.
It's like it's a movie, it's like a full like story, but that one's just a lot. It is a lot.
so I went to a private Christian college.
Really? Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Very cool.
So there was a Christian fraternity, right, on campus, and they threw a Christian rave one time. And it was so weird.
I bet that was as like exciting as it sounds.
Yeah, it was. They rented out like the student gym, like not the actual basketball gym, but the gym that like students can like play, like pick up basketball and stuff.
Yeah.
They like rented that out, and they like turned it into like a rave hall or whatever, and they gave out glow sticks and Red Bulls and there was like a foam machine. I think it was like weird, but it was like I don't know. It's not my vibe.
Yeah, right.
I don't think it's most people's vibe, but also I think most raves are like super drug fused.
So you take the ecstasy out of it,
Yeah.
like
It's like this isn't actually that cool.
Right.
It's kind of weird. Actually.
Yeah, I'm not saying drugs would be cool, but
right. But like the drugs make you think it's cool.
it's like
you know?
yeah. So let's take like a drug culture thing and take all of the drugs out of it. It's like, all right, so this is interesting. I've had 3 Red Bulls.
I'm just hopped up on Red Bull right now.
Was that first year?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I did not go to that. I was
Yeah.
like, that does not sound appealing.
So you went?
I went to it. Yeah.
Why?
I was at that point.
It's probably a girl. Let's be real.
No, I don't think so. I think at that point we were like kind of considering joining a fraternity.
Yeah, y'all went to a few different events. Like
Yeah, it was like
as a
during
group.
rush week, I think, and so we were like, let's check it out, and then we were like,
Maybe it's fine.
this is
Maybe
I was
not
out.
cool.
no way.
Yeah, we ended up like kind of rushing, and then we quit mid rush week. We were like, nah, this isn't our vibe. We're out of here. You guys are weird.
So insane. Did you guys hear about that fraternity that got busted recently?
This is in like Iowa, right?
Something like
For
that. Where
what?
basically there was like a fire alarm going off, and so the people authorities show up, and they opened up. I don't know if it's a warehouse or like
In a basement or
like
something?
some basement somewhere, and they just open it up, and there's just a bunch of dudes covered in like ketchup and mustard, standing in the dark, like
It was like weapons.
weapons.
The
I
movie-
haven't heard about.
okay.
Oh,
The movie.
like the movie weapons. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There were no
Yeah,
weapons.
no
in the
weapons.
There were
door.
no weapons involved.
No, they were the weapons.
No, gotcha. Yeah, yeah. Exactly like that.
Yeah.
just
So they're being
standing there in the dark.
hazed and
Right.
made to stand in a dark basement covered in ketchup and mustard.
Like just all kinds of condiments. I don't know what,
Like-
but they looked disgusting, and they were just in the dark.
You guys
And-
are hot dogs.
Yeah, like I don't know.
Stand
bunch of
here like hot
weenies.
dogs.
Here's all our weenies. You know, it was so weird. And so the fraternity got
You know, it was probably
Busted for
Iowa
that.
State because they're like red and yellow. That's their
okay,
colors.
okay.
So
Yeah, hazing has been like illegal for a long time.
long time. Yeah. So it was like, that's wild that this.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously that stuff happens, but it's just there were so many dudes in there. It was like, that's crazy. The scale of this kind
Yeah.
of stuff, dude. That was not my vibe in college either. I was like, this is not for me. This is not for me.
weird.
Now, people weren't doing that. I hope, but not my vibe. The fraternity vibe, the Greek life vibe.
So fire alarms made me think of three different situations from college. One of them, I was a freshman.
Finals.
Was it finals?
yeah,
We were
December
freshmen.
finals.
It was December, and the fire alarm, it's like middle of the night. It's got to be like 2 a.m. And I had lofted my bed, because in dorm rooms you can like...
Oh, right.
Sometimes like you can do bunk beds or you can just loft it so it's like super tall.
So much room
And you
for
put your
activities.
desk underneath it. Right. So
yeah.
that's what I did. And I'm sleeping, and the fire alarm in our room is right next to my head.
Oh no.
And I'm in a deep sleep. Fire alarm stuff's going off. I jump out of my bed,
Jeez.
and it's like a 7-8 foot drop. I just like jump. I just like drop down immediately, not thinking.
Smack.
And I just I'm like, what's going on? And I run out of the building, and I'm just standing there in the cold. It's like 40 degrees, and all I have is on is shorts. And I'm just standing there shivering. And I'm like, can I go back in and change clothes? They're like, no, we can't let anybody back in once the fire alarm's going off. I was like, okay. So I'm just standing out there. Like 5-6 minutes later, people start trickling out, like wearing coats and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm just like freezing. And so
What am I doing, man?
I had all of our friends like huddle around me to keep like
I
penguins.
had my full blanket.
So I got them to stand near me like penguins. To, like,
Bro was a baby
give me some-
penguin.
yeah,
for a night.
basically.
Dude, that's hilarious.
They finally let us in, and it was just like some guy had heated up a Pop-Tart inside of the foil.
In the microwave.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. A whole Pop-Tart. They just took the whole package, put it in the microwave,
What a savage.
turned it on. Yeah.
Are you insane?
yes, that's what I've learned. Is like
What on earth?
we're just surrounded by dumb people.
Dude, that's nuts. Like how little have you done in your life
Right.
that you think I'm just gonna throw this bag of Pop Tarts in the microwave?
Yeah.
Holy moly.
So another one that I thought of was I was an RA, right? And I was an RA for freshmen my sophomore year.
Okay.
So I walk out of I open my door into the common room, and I see a guy click start on the microwave, like one of my roommates. And I look, and the light turns on, and it starts sparking because this guy had put a can of soup with a spoon in it
gosh.
into the microwave to heat it up. Just a metal can with a metal
my
spoon
Lord.
in the microwave. And I clicked the stop button and opened the door, and I was like, "What are you doing?" He was like, "I'm heating up some soup." I was like, "Have you never used the microwave by yourself, ever?"
Oh my gosh.
It's like,
See,
what-
it's like these experiences are these like exclusive to the men's dorm? You know what I mean? Like, is this just the dudes who
Probably.
have no clue
Yeah.
what to do in a kitchen? Because that's like
Don't helicopter your kids. my goodness, like you can't let them get to
Jeez,
18
dude.
years old and do this.
Don't know how to
like.
Right.
put a can of soup with the spoon. Like, I'm still like just a Pop-Tart is like the easiest thing on the planet to
You just
like.
eat it cold.
You just eat it cold. You throw it in a toaster. Like,
Right.
What like?
And if you microwave it, take the foil off.
Oh, you can microwave it. That's true.
Yeah.
It seems wrong to me.
It is wrong.
Yeah,
Right.
okay. I'm like, I don't think you should do that. That's wrong. We didn't have a toaster for a while, so I did, but I forgot. I blocked it from my memory.
The
I'm
only
like,
thing
this is
that were
wrong.
in those dorms was like a 75% full size fridge and a microwave.
Yeah.
And I think we had to bring the microwaves. But,
Yeah,
like
they
we
did
weren't allowed
provide
to
a
like
microwave.
bring like hot plates. We weren't allowed to bring toasters. Anything that could like cause a spark
Right,
other than a
yeah, yeah.
microwave, we weren't allowed to bring.
Because you guys, and you said the ceilings were really tall, right? I feel like I
Yeah.
think I stayed in those dorms for like an event one time, like a summer camp.
Yeah, you did go
It
to a
was
summer
that.
camp
It was
there.
that building, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
If
So
it was
I know exactly what
old,
you're
and
talking
if it was
about,
old in cinder blocks, yeah, it was that building.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, it was cold, and yeah. I can't imagine falling from the height of those.
Yeah,
bunk
dude,
bed.
yeah.
It's a good thing you didn't like bust your head or something. You're standing
Yeah.
in the cold, just bleeding
I
out.
think I did roll my ankle, but it was like they're rubber.
I was gonna
You know,
say
they
your
don't-
ankle.
Classic.
I mean, that's just normal Reed stuff.
The same year I was an RA in those buildings, fire alarm went off, right? And turns out some kids were smoking weed in their room. Obviously, you're not supposed to be smoking weed in your dorm room. And
You got to do that outside.
their defense was, though it wasn't weed, it was someone had taken a hot shower and the steam set off the fire alarm. They were like, "Do you know how these things work?" Right? Like, that's not.
That's a good try.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Also, we found the weed. So,
So what is this? That's weed.
that's steam. That's just steam.
That's a shower.
The same room of guys that same year. One guy, there was a guy who had been an RA, and he got kicked out of being an RA because he was covering for people who had alcohol in their room, like it was a dry campus.
What a dog. Yeah, right.
So he was like some people on his floor that he was close with got caught with alcohol,
Yeah.
and he was covering for them, and then they got found out because they were like partying after
they
hours
can't-
and stuff.
I mean, no campus can have alcohol in the dorms, right? That's like,
I don't know. Some places it depends on what kind of housing it is.
I guess that's fair. I mean, because typically that age you're not
old enough yet.
Younger than 21.
Right,
so,
right.
Yeah, so
But anyway, he covered for him, got caught. He got in trouble. So he got kicked off of being an RA. And then he got caught for having alcohol in his own room. And so then he got kicked off campus.
dang.
Yeah. And so then the same group of guys who got caught smoking weed in their bathroom and said it was steam, they were like in trouble for some visitation violation a different time. And
Kick these guys out.
turns, yeah,
That's their
basically.
deal.
But it turns out the RA who had gotten kicked off campus was like living in their room without telling anyone
Oh
and like
my
sleeping
gosh.
underneath one of their beds.
Man.
And like on the floor, and we're like, dude, you're gonna get like a restraining order. Like the police are gonna be called on you if
Jeez,
you don't
dude.
stop.
I mean, that's kind of awesome, though. I mean,
Just
you know,
like breaking every rule.
just trying to make it work, you know?
It's tough because he was from Dallas,
Oh,
and
right,
so it was
yeah.
like he couldn't just live at home and commute. But also, stop breaking the rules.
Yeah, man. I mean,
Like,
come on,
you just
man.
making one
Bare
bad choice
minimum.
after another.
Bare minimum here, dude. Jeez.
And he didn't stop making bad choices. His whole college career was bad
But
choices.
did he make it?
He graduated.
Oh, well, there you go.
Maybe he made it. I don't know.
Even the least of these, you know?
After my like 1.5 years at this place, I started doing like my coaching indentured servitude. So
Nice.
like I lost track of everything that was going on like on
campus,
campus.
just in
Like
general?
I was sleeping at the athletic facilities.
Did you?
Half the
Dude,
nights.
That's crazy, man.
So like sometimes I'll hear these stories. I'm like, okay, it's freshman year or the first year at HBU. I remember this. And then he'll go to another story. I'm like, I don't remember this
Yeah,
at all.
no
And
clue.
like I went there
No
at the
clue.
same time, and that story makes no sense to me because
He disappeared.
I lost track of everything.
Poor guy. Poor guy. Yeah, I didn't stay on campus when I was in college, so I commuted from my house
yeah.
through downtown, and that sucked. So traffic sucked.
Yeah, that would suck. All the way through downtown. Like, because you live on the opposite side
kind
of
of like the
town.
opposite end.
Yeah.
You could kind of go around it, but the
wouldn't-
traffic was just as bad,
Yeah.
and so sometimes sometimes driving through downtown like was faster, and so yeah, it was which is insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was brutal, but it was a good time. I just didn't have any of the I don't have any of those kind of stories of like this
Yeah.
crazy idiot did this thing, and I'm like I like went to class, hung out with a couple friends, and then left. You
No,
know,
yeah,
had
yeah.
spaghetti at home with mom and dad. You know, like that was me. That was my college life. So is what it is.
Yeah, on campus living is a different vibe than commuting. Because I commuted for my my master's, and I don't have any friends from my time as a master's student.
Do master students live on campus?
Sometimes,
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? There was a guy at our campus ministry who was a
residential master's student.
yeah. He was either he may have been pursuing his doctorate, maybe.
I mean that happens as well.
But he was like crazy, like smart, but also just crazy in general. And so he was a cool dude. But yeah. It just feels like wrong, you know. Again, like it feels like a thing freshmen and sophomores do live on campus, and then
Right.
like you get an apartment. You know,
That's
it just
typically
feels-
how it goes.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we had like on-campus apartments.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I was supposed to graduate in December, so I moved into one of the on-campus apartments that fall before I graduated. Graduated, and I stayed in that on-campus apartment through the first semester of me doing master's work.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I was gonna move into like GA housing for like the athletic program. I was like, that's for the birds. That's way more expensive than that apartment over there. So then I moved into just the middle of Sharpstown,
Yeah.
which maybe not the best idea, but it
I went
was
to that
cheaper.
apartment.
There
It
were
It
wasn't
was
great.
nice. Huh?
there were 3 homicides in that parking lot of that apartment,
Yo,
and
while
I
you were
proceeded
there,
to
yeah.
move.
I think you had a bullet hole in the wall.
Yeah,
at
through
one
my
point.
window.
Through the window, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that's
My bedroom window, like it was on the right side of my bed, and I woke up one morning, there was a bullet hole like in the
like over
in the
your
window.
shoulder. Dude,
Yeah.
that's nuts.
like if I was
that is nuts.
3 feet that way, it might have gone inside my skull.
Dude, I remember growing up as a kid and being like, I didn't live like in a dangerous neighborhood, but like drive-bys, you know, was a thing.
Was a thing.
And so it was like, yeah, get down, make sure if something's going on, you just get on the floor. It's like,
Daggone, dude.
what on earth? Like, I'm a child right now. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. I remember one time somebody broke into the house and like my mom like was there. It was we were staying at my grandma's house, and so my mom like walked in and like there was like a glass of milk on the counter. And the like fridge was still open. And like it was like it like all happened like really sequential, and it was like, dude, that's freaky.
Like somebody walked in to rob you, and they were like, "Let me get a glass of milk first."
Yeah, right, exactly. Well, I think they did steal things, but
Yeah.
then they were like getting a glass of milk, heard the front door, I assume, and then booked it. through
Left the
back
door open. I
Yeah.
feel like I would have closed the garage. Oh, not the garage.
I'd
the
have had the milk,
refrigerator
you
door.
know. Is the milk, you know, was it good? You know,
I lost my Sega and like all my games, and I was like 7 years old to a house robbery. Rough.
so
I don't know that my house has ever been robbed.
It also might have just been my mom hawking it at the pawn shop and made it look like a
yeah,
robbery, for being honest. But
that is on the table.
that's on the table.
That's on the table. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Dang. Yeah, that's brutal. If you've listened to the podcast this long and you haven't really, Jonathan's here hanging out with us.
What's up?
This is busy, so we've been just having a bro talk. We've been talking a lot about college stuff. Are you guys into March Madness? March Madness is coming.
No, I don't really do it.
Not
I mean,
really?
I'll make a bracket for
Yeah.
fun, just on the off chance that I get lucky and I win the whole thing.
Yeah.
You know,
What is the like potential?
like what are the odds that
what
you
are
get
the
it right?
odds? Yeah,
I mean,
what
it's
are the
like
odds?
less than a 1,000th of a percent or something like
Dude.
that. It's like super, super rare that you would get the whole thing.
Dude, I've done it before, and college sports in general, I just can't keep up with. There's so many teams, so many storylines. It's like, how do y'all? I don't get y'all watch stuff and you're like, yeah, this guy did this. He'll be drafted for sure. And I'm
Nah,
like,
don't point at me.
what?
I don't do that.
Fair, yeah. This guy, on the
bit.
other hand, but dude knows.
With March Madness, for me, it's usually like if there's like a star, if there's like a star story, or like this team
Right,
is like a
yeah.
team of destiny kind of a thing, like I'll tune in for that kind of stuff. But I typically haven't watched like March Madness since I was in college.
Gotcha.
Like last year, it was Cooper Flag.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really care too much about him. as much, but like that level of play.
Yeah, he was the big name. He's drafted by the Mavericks.
Like I watched more of like the women's stuff with like Caitlin Clark and like the Iowa run, and then like the LSU Iowa rivalry and like that kind of stuff. I remember watching like the UConn series back in the day, but then like when Jimmer Fredette was at BYU and like his run in the bracket.
Who is that?
The dude that was dropping like threes from 10 feet behind the 3-point line and just like buckets.
Did he get drafted? Did he play?
Yeah, he played
professionally.
He played professionally for a while.
But I don't know his name.
He didn't turn out to be like a dude.
And that's what's so cool. The interest in college sports is cool because there's just so many insanely talented people that never
just don't pan out.
Amount to and so like it's just wild.
You've got a potential Hall of Famer playing against a future accountant.
Yeah, like just a random dude who's like, I'm good enough to be on the team, but like, it's wild, man.
Yeah, that was
it's
something that
cool.
happened 2 years ago. I think it was like this team like wound up going deep, and they had this one guy who was just drilling threes in the finals, and he was just some random guy who was getting an accounting degree. He was like, I'm not planning on going to the draft, and then he got drafted, and and I think he played a season.
He played for a little bit, and then that rookie contract runs out, and then it's like, you're getting replaced.
Yeah. What's your take on ESPN having women's sports on Sunday nights? Do you see that?
Oh, because Sunday Night Baseball moved from ESPN.
I hadn't heard that at all.
Yeah, I just saw it this week.
Like any women's sports, a specific women's sport?
So I think it's
reruns.
What do you call it? WNBA is on there. I just saw women's sports in general, and and Caitlin Clark was on the
they
picture.
Just said women's
sports. Yeah, right.
Right. Like I think
anything.
You like sports? You like women? ESPN Sunday night.
Dude, that's hilarious.
Seasonally, it could be like really successful, I think. But like, what are you gonna do during off periods of time, or like the professional softball league is gonna like come into play maybe at some point, or like are you gonna do women's flag football? Like, what are you gonna do like when the WNBA is over?
Right.
Because like, I think it could be really cool, but I don't know what the calendar looks like for that to be sustainable and keep excitement building throughout the whole year.
Right.
Like, I don't have cable or TV package right now.
Good for you.
Once the college football season ended, like I turned off my Fubo and blah, 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 and probably not going to get anything until next August rolls around. And we might even just do like the Sling TV thing, just because there's only like 4 or 5 channels I watch anyway.
What are you going to do for baseball?
Well, you could do the direct Astros
I'm going to check out the direct line because it's only like $200 for this season.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Which is basically 2 months of TV now.
Yeah.
So we're going to...
It's kind of worth it to me. Is there are still blackout dates?
Probably. So like I want to do a little bit of research into it and see...
Probably the Apple TVs and those kind of things. Yeah.
Which I wasn't going to be able to watch anyway.
Right, yeah.
But as far as like Sunday night slot goes, like I think it was weird for baseball to bail on the Sunday night baseball thing. But if they become more direct to consumer and they end the blackout stuff and they go from like they fix the regional broadcast stuff, like fine, I'm for it. Go for it.
Right, yeah.
It's cool. I worry about the full calendar of it.
Yeah. It's one of those things where because that's a big conversation after you have superstars like Caitlin Clark show up and like people are kind of interested in WNBA, but are they interested in WNBA or are they interested in Caitlin Clark? You know,
right?
Like how does this actually pan out? You know, financially. I don't know. I hope I think it's cool that there's more sports for people to watch that's out there.
That's true.
And people have always said that ESPN is terrible at baseball. Like they're just
they are
a terrible broadcast for baseball. So it's like, okay, like you know.
Yeah, in the 90s and early 2000s, like Sunday Night Baseball was like a bigger deal, and the way it was broadcasted during that time was a much better broadcast. It's also, I saw a video a while back. It was interesting, like going from 4x3 to 16x9 and how it like made football even more popular to watch on TV, but it kind of ruined the sport in baseball.
Really?
From broadcast perspective.
Why?
Because like as the TVs became widescreen, as the broadcast became widescreen, you took a 4x3 of the plate and the batter, and then it became, instead of it being like the biggest thing on the screen, it became just the smallest part on the screen, because as the screens got shorter and wider, from the aspect ratio size, the action got smaller. Whereas a
Interesting.
football field is a 16 by 9 ish grid,
Right.
right? And so that makes more sense for like the filming of football, but it makes less sense for the filming of baseball.
That's so interesting. I would have never made that connection. That's super interesting. It makes sense though. I mean, because like in basketball, I bet it's kind of the same way because like you're kind of watching the span.
It's a
of
rectangle.
Yeah, that's so interesting. So we should have diamond shaped TVs to watch baseball. Is what you're saying?
I don't think that's what you're saying.
No. Okay. Well, I mean, give it a try.
I do think that's also why like phone highlights of baseball are becoming more and more watched than like actual broadcasts of baseball though,
okay.
because now the biggest thing again is the batter's box.
Yeah, that's true.
It
With
is home
short
plate.
form.
Yeah.
Vertical video. That's
It's
a good point.
vertical view of baseball.
Ooh.
Because now you get the pitcher, batter, catcher, umpire all in one shot, and it's your whole screen.
Yeah. Wow, that's really interesting because like I see that all the time. I'm like, I'll watch a game and then I'm looking at I'll start a game and then I miss it and then I go watch the highlights later and it's like, whoa, there's a ton of views on like these highlight videos, but like, are people watching these games or it's very interesting.
I've also heard, I don't have any sources for this. I've heard that
Reed's making stuff up.
like the younger generations, like Gen Z, Gen Alpha, they don't watch like sports in
They don't.
in the entirety. Like they
A
don't
game,
sit down
yeah.
and watch a full game.
Right.
They'll just watch clips or whatever, highlights of games.
As a coach who's like been in baseball, football, a little bit of basketball here and there, like they don't. Like there's very few athletes that are in middle school, high school that will sit down and watch a broadcast of a sporting event.
How long do you think that's been the case? I mean, because you've been working with players for a long time now.
Yeah, I'd say I noticed it more when I got to like when I started coaching at like the 3A, 4A level. So that was like, I don't know, 2017-ish, 2016-ish is when the kids' focus went from like, oh no, we watch sports in our house to I have to like beg athletes like, hey, go watch this game.
Right. Yeah.
Like there's a big game tonight. It's these two dudes. It's this matchup, this offense, this pitcher. Like, go watch this. And like I have to plead with them to go watch.
Please watch sports.
Go watch a sporting event. Like go watch a whole game.
You are an athlete. Go watch a sport.
Yeah, go like learn a little bit. And it was probably around that time where I started to notice it. Because I think when I was working in colleges, those kids were still engaged in watching sports. So I'd say probably like the class of 2018. So basically kids that were born 2000 or later.
Right.
Right.
Which I guess is basically Gen Z and up.
Which is basically Gen Z. Yeah. So it's like that real, because I guess Gen Z starts like 98.
They technically start at 95.
95?
What?
That's what people say. I mean, because
No way.
people
It's
will
like-
lump me in there. And like, I could see there's some things that are,
Yeah.
that kind of fit on both, but I don't know. I just still feel like,
There's like a buffer on
Yeah.
every window. You're definitely like kind of in that buffer spot.
yeah.
But yeah, like basically everyone that's born after the year 2000, it seems like they don't watch sports.
It's crazy. Sad for them. You're missing out. It's pretty good. Sports are pretty good.
They just watch it in 10 minutes.
Yeah. They just watch the highlight. Yeah.
To be fair, I'm usually watching sports on the side. Like it's like a side.
It's a secondary
task.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of those things that like, in America, I guess, or maybe everywhere, I don't know, but like sport, a game was just on, in the
Right.
background
Right.
every night, pretty much. And so it's like, is it a secondary thing that we're doing now?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, even when I actually sit down to watch like a college football game or something, I'm not doing it by myself. I'm usually doing it with friends, and so it becomes a secondary thing because the primary thing is like chatting with people,
Hanging out, being together, yeah. It's super interesting. So there's another question. Is there more engagement and actual like viewing of sports because people are intentionally looking for specific things versus just casually background watching, something on TV? Is there a difference there? I mean, to me, what you're kind of saying is like they don't get it nearly as much as kids did before, or maybe I don't know.
I also
Is there
think
a
it's
difference?
like from a parental side too. Like I remember like being a kid and my grandparents are like, I was raised mostly by my grandparents, right? But like they wanted to watch games together. Like,
Yeah.
or my granddad would like say, "Hey, get in the truck. We're going to go watch this," or like we're gonna watch this game. And I don't really see that happening as much. And
That's
like
so sad.
I know people take like their kids to games because I see them.
Yeah,
or
right.
like I'm not saying that people don't do that ever, but I do think probably
saying on
the
a whole.
amount of has gone down dramatically.
Yeah.
And so like it's become less popular thing to do. I also think just because of like in our lifetimes, like we've seen some kind of crazy financial crisis moments.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of people that are kind of being priced out of certain markets for like viewing sports.
Yeah.
It's fair.
But then on the other hand, youth sports has never been bigger.
Youth sports have never been bigger, and
know,
youth
it's-
sports cost right now is astronomical.
Right. And so it's like, what? It's just a weird like situation, you know.
Yeah.
And like my least favorite group of people are like the travel ball coaches that are like, oh, we're travel ball, we're tournament ball, and it's like, dog, it's your son and like his 10 friends. Like there's no select ball here. Like if no one's on a select team or everyone's on a select team, no one's on a select team.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
And like it's oversaturated.
Yeah.
So it's crazy, but it's like we want to play ball, but we don't want to like study or know ball.
Right, right.
My
Yeah.
favorite thing right now, or my least favorite thing, are like the videos where it's like, hey, name this player. And it's like at a D-bat or whatnot. It's like Hall of Famers or like
No.
players that are like, even like Albert Pujols, right? Like someone who just retired, who's
Right.
like a first ballot guy. It's like, name that player. And they're like, I don't know who that is. And it's like, bro, like
dude,
like, what are you talking about? Like,
that's Michael Jordan, dude.
yeah, exactly.
It's Michael Jordan. It's LeBron James. He's still playing, you know? Yeah, that's crazy. That's wild. Yeah, I don't know. I wish I played more sports as a kid. Just growing up, like, playing on a team. I did for, like, a few years, played baseball, but that was it, you know? Oh, I played basketball for a couple years, but I'm too short. It's not my thing. Can't handle it. My dad makes it work. I can't make it work. My dad's not much taller than me, but he's a baller, man.
Oh, yeah.
He'll go all out. But not for me. I don't know. You got any other thoughts before we hang it up?
No.
Nope. No, we
What a way
don't.
to end.
Thanks
We're
for joining
usually
us today for the Dude Podcast.
Don't.
Just all sports and
Sponsored by Dude Wipes.
dude. I'm down. Dude Wipes, hit us up. I'm down.
We're not sponsored.
We're not sponsored, but please.
But please.
See you next time.